So I wanted to start here. And the reason why I'm starting here, say what? Company forced to pay $50K to Black worker that they fired for wearing her natural hair instead of a wig. The reason why I'm bringing this story up is because not too long ago, maybe last week, I talked to you guys and I think a members only. It might have been a members only, but it was basically a video of people on young Black students on LSU's campus, most of them saying ignorant shit. And it was baffling. It was baffling because it's like, I know that campus, college campus. Are we not reading? Is there not a history class? Are we not taking African American? Are there no African American literature classes at LSU anymore? Like, because I know, listen, I know the white people love to push African American voices out of the curriculum so that you don't get firsthand knowledge of what was actually being experienced. Girl, it's so very, very interesting. I don't know if it made it to the college level here in Louisiana. Okay. I don't know if that's what's been going on here, but it's very annoying to me when I feel like if you are a young Black person and you live in America and you don't know certain things about your history, by the time you go to college, there should have been like an understanding. And I remember a young woman saying that, you know, I just want everybody to realize that white girls can wear braids too. Like, it's no different than when we wear straight hair, we wear weaves, we wear other people's hair. It's no different, girl. Is it not? Is it not? Is it not? Because I don't see any white girls getting fired for wearing braids. I don't see it, girl. I don't see any white girls having any issues whatsoever with how they decide to wear their hair on any job. Never heard of it. When we talk about cultural appropriation, a lot of y'all are missing it. Y'all are missing it. Y'all are not connecting. Okay? Black women specifically in this country who are descendants of slavery have a very, very, very specific experience when it comes to our hair, which is why it's such a big deal to us. Please understand that at the very beginning of this, slave masters and the people that sold the slaves, whatever their whatever their station was at the time, shaved the heads of the women so that they would all blend in, because one of the things that differentiated tribes was hairstyles, ways of braiding, textures of hair. Oh yes, girl. It was a huge thing in African culture to show your culture through your hair, beads, braiding, all kinds of stuff, right? Slave masters decided it made the women look too exotic, right? Once they got here to the States and they were braiding their hair and doing all kind of little cute shit on Sunday before they had to go back slaving, right? They made it a law. You can't braid your hair. You can't put beads in your hair. You actually have to have your hair wrapped up, which is where the Aunt Jemima hair wrapping thing comes from the fact that it was made illegal. This was not something we was talking about or we felt from people. This is something that was literally put in somebody's law book that a Black woman had to cover her hair, as to not tempt the slave masters to see them as women and therefore not want to see them as cattle. Okay. And now here in 2024, it's 2024. Okay, right? That's the year. We have something that goes back to 2018. Neighbors, check this out. In late October 2018, a Black woman's employer had the audacity to fire her after she stopped wearing a wig to work and started wearing her natural curly hair. Amani Jackson claims her employer stated that she came in with beautiful hair, but now looks like she rolls out of bed. A federal lawsuit filed by the U.S. Equal Employment Opportunity Commission says Jackson, who is Black, was hired as a sales associate for American Screening LLC, a drug and medical testing company in Louisiana. During the interview for the first month of work, she donned a wig with straight hair that took 45 minutes to put on and was uncomfortable, according to the complaints. Then she began wearing her hair in its natural state, usually in a neat bun. The company owner said Jackson, her hair was unacceptable and instructed her to wear straight hair, that is, the wig. The company owner decided to fire Jackson in late October 2018, about 2 months after she was hired, and replaced her with a white employee, according to the complaint, which accused American Screening of race discrimination. So, do you see why DEI is necessary? Yes, this probably was not a good work environment, but a lot of us care more about being able to eat and pay our rent than we do about getting along with the people that we work for. Just saying. According to a consent decree entered on April 3rd in the United States District Court of the Western District of Louisiana, American Screening has agreed to pay Jackson $50,000 in monetary relief to settle the lawsuit nearly 2 years after the claim was filed. In all honesty, they should have paid her more. This, to me, she should have been paid probably closer to, I would say 150. I would say $150,000. Okay? Because 2 years, really, you should be paying me how much I would have made working for you for 2 years. You should be paying me that on top of my attorney's fees. And I should get a little extra on top of the fact because that was embarrassing and fucked up and traumatic for you to put that black lady through. You racist son of a. Unfortunately, this form of discrimination continues to limit employment opportunities for Black workers. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. Is it? No one should be terminated or treated differently because of hair texture associated with their race, under the guise of what is supposedly professional or not. Elizabeth Owen, an EEOC senior trial attorney who led the case, said in the statement, 50K is not enough. She should have been given more, I would say. However much she was supposed to be making, it should have been, I would aim for 500. Yeah, I would have aimed for 500,000 and let them, like, kind of come down to 250 or something like that. But she deserved more than 50. And yes, let's not forget about the Crown Act, specifically put into place for situations such as these. But for some reason, there are collegiate level young Black women saying shit like white women wearing braids is the same thing as Black women wearing wigs. I think the fuck not. It's another extension of why DEI is necessary. The only reason that they have to pay her is because that is in violation of a Civil Rights Act, I'm sure. That's discrimination. If it were not in law that that's considered discrimination, she would not get anything for being fired simply for her hair texture. And they wouldn't have hired her if they did not have to, only to replace her with a white woman. Do you see how these laws, DEI, all of that stuff is necessary for the everyday person to get a job? I don't need to like these people. It does need to be illegal for them to mistreat me. And I need to be compensated if they decide to cross those boundaries. All of that needs to be in law, because you cannot count on people to hire based on someone's merit. You can't count on that. People have biases. Be fucking for real. Okay? I'm sorry, y'all. I get passionate about the stuff that actually matters. Okay? Let's move on.